Hi, everybody. Welcome. Please come on in. Hey, Brad, Texas, his son girl. Hello, hello. How is everybody? Tori, good to see you. Danielle, Mike, Mrs. Second Amendment, Huey, everybody, good to see you. I know I'm coming on a lot today. Got a message I want to send. It's going great, Brad. How about with you? Hey, Gary, good to see you. If you could invite people, you saw what my hashtag was. I didn't, Danielle. I've been kind of busy. How did I miss you, Huey? I see you here. Hey, Serenity, good to see you. I've missed you, Huey, because you haven't been in my scopes lately. Except the other day when we got knocked off, so. How are you? Lots happening. It sure is, Marianne. Hey, Monique, good to see you. There's a ton happening. I'm putting this message out there. When everybody comes in, we can get started. Busy news day, absolutely. Busy on Twitter, it seems, as well. That's why I'm coming back and talking to you. Greetings from Rhode Island. How are you? Good to see you, Julie. I will. So, earlier today, I don't know if you, hello, ladies at the gym. Hi, ladies at the gym. Can you see me? Yes, Monique. I can see you just fine. Feeling optimistic for President Trump. I'm going to miss Sean. Yes. So I wanted to kind of give you, I wanted to kind of tell you something that happened to me this afternoon. I wanted to give you this information. A lot of it I'll be telling you. I won't be necessarily responding to you because I have something that I want to say and I want to get off my chest. I can best do that by just telling you instead of sort of talking, answering questions at this point. So earlier today, I'm a little, Marianne, you'll see how I'm feeling in just a second. Earlier today, after this, yes, please share, everybody. Please share with everybody and invite everybody. Hi again, Amanda. So earlier today, after this talk about sessions, I mean, we've been seeing about this for the last couple of days. I guess people are getting, really excited about sessions. It's gotten pretty emotional, and I guess today it hit a certain point. And let me just tell you a little bit about what went down. I was watching people on Periscope, watching them get really excited, upset about sessions. We talked about sessions, as you know, earlier in my scope this morning. And I started seeing people just absolutely just get very emotional about the issue. Different people on Periscope, different people I saw in articles, different things were happening. I happened to watch, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds. I heard a little bit of John Wick of politics, who, of course, is Adam Gingrich. I heard a little bit about what he was saying on the subject, but to be quite honest with you, there were so many F words and other profanities that I stayed maybe 30 seconds, and then I left because I just didn't want to hear it. But I wanted to go on after seeing a few more things. And I just wanted to tell people, kind of reiterate what I had talked to you about this morning on the show. And that was giving you my legal, not my legal opinion because I'm not a practicing attorney anymore, but giving you my opinion about what Jeff Sessions maybe should or shouldn't have done ethically. And I did that in my scopes. And I said that I had seen people being, on Periscope and elsewhere, being very emotional. And a lot of people, did not have the legal background, and I understood that perfectly. And that's fine. You don't need a legal background. Giving you my factual information of what I had seen, what I had heard. Now, at no time did I give anybody's name. I said, and if you go back and you listen to part 1 and part 2, I gave you very general description. I did say, I may have said Periscope pundits, but I said, listening to people, very emotional about the situation. But I never gave a name. So what happened is after I gave you my opinion, I said basically that, you know, if you're in that situation as an attorney, you need to seek legal counsel. If you're not sure, and you know there's ethical violations, you can be disbarred for ethical violations as well as other violations. It's always best to check. Now, basically during Sessions' confirmation hearing, he said that I am going to seek the counsel, legal counsel, DOJ, if I need to, if anything about the campaign should come up. So he said that. He said that, and if the president was listening, the president would have heard that, and everybody else heard it. Some people remembered it. Sometimes, I remembered him saying other things, not exactly that, but it's there. Okay, so go back and check it. It's there. And so what did he end up doing? When all of this started, he went and sought legal counsel. Now, some of that legal counsel happened to be the Obama holdovers, but he did exactly what he was supposed to do as someone who is in the DOJ to seek legal counsel with the DOJ. And that's what he did. Okay, that's what he did. So also, the point I made on the earlier scope was that these confirmation hearings, he wasn't confirmed until February, and Mueller wasn't appointed until May. So there's no way that he knew there was going to be a special counsel that was appointed. There was no way that he was going to be able to know whether or not he was going to recuse himself on a special counsel because it was February and the special counsel didn't happen until May. So with me so far. Now, following my scopes, again, scopes that don't mention anyone's name, nothing personal, just kind of in general, I get a DM, a direct message from Adam Gingrich, the Wick of Politics. And basically he was telling me that my entire premise was wrong. Okay. So I start communicating back with him, and I tell him my reasons for saying what I said, and we're having a conversation back and forth on a DM. And he was saying, Sessions should have told Trump that he was going to seek the opinion of Obama's people in the DOJ. Yeah, well, he did. He said, I'm going to seek legal counsel of the DOJ, if need be, in regards to the campaign and recusing myself. So he can go back and look at that. I mean, at least that's what's out there, and that's what I'm going by. I don't have a special relationship with the president. So if there's something else, I don't know. So we were having a discussion back and forth about about what I had said earlier and about Adam's opinion of what I said. And then when I was waiting for him to respond to one of the DMs that I last reported on, I go to my Twitter timeline, and what do I see? I see that Adam has publicly dissed me, publicly disrespected me on my Twitter timeline as I'm having a conversation with him on the DM. Now, he had told me at the very beginning that one of his followers had told him that he needed to watch my scope, and that's why he went there, and that's why he told me that the information that I had said, he felt it was wrong. So when he said that about me, and here's what he said about me on Twitter publicly. I guess one of the followers, and I won't say that person's name because they weren't involved in the rest of the conversation, but it went something like this. Adam, you need to go and listen to the scope of this woman who has been in Republican politics for years, and in all caps they put, need to support President Trump. So well, Adam's been a little over the top lately. Okay, Dutch, I mean, that's your opinion, and I appreciate that. Appreciate you saying that, because I think I may have gotten some of that today. So what he said was, this is publicly on Twitter, as we're having a private conversation that he started with me. He said, yeah, I laughed about the, quotes, emotion and her, quotes, legal experience. He went on to say, poor thing is a poster child of why Trump is pissed, but to each their own, and then he put the laughing sign and the peace sign. I went back to the DM, and I said to him, and very professionally, and no profanity. I said, Adam, I really don't appreciate the fact that you were publicly disrespecting me, basically while we're having this conversation. And he said to me, I appreciated, I guess he meant I didn't. I appreciated being called acting out of emotion and not having a legal background. And then he said, do you even know me? And I said, I responded by saying to him, do you know who I am? Yeah, my name is Susan Knowles. Woo, you're Adam Gingrich. Again, I did not at any time in my scopes say anybody's name. Nothing. No one was mentioned. I said always in general. And if you've watched any of my scopes, you know that's what I do. And if I say something about somebody, it's typically something nice and not something bad, And I told him, again, I reminded him, I didn't say anything about your name in my scopes, not at all. And I told him I didn't say that you specifically were emotional or that you didn't have a legal background. I didn't say that. I told him that I thought that he was professional, and I said that I was really disappointed by the fact of what he did. And for somebody who put up that I'm with somebody else, no, my name is Susan Knowles, my scopes, I don't have a partner, this is me, this is my responsibility, I don't have a partner. So whoever name you're putting there, I don't have a partner. They're my scopes, this is me, my responsibility. Now, when I told him that I thought that, he should be, that I thought he was professional and I was really disappointed in the way that he had treated me, here's what he said to me. Why am I having this conversation? Support Trump or don't. Your call. I am professional. Don't mislead people and you won't need to worry. You're not a surrogate, so I don't really care. Just shouldn't lie to people, even small audiences. So basically just getting in, digs on me. Now, here's what I want to say. And this is what I want to say to Adam, and that's why I put Adam on there. I don't know Adam. I know Adam's background as much as he knows about my background. I know a little bit of that he's been in politics and everything else. I get it. But here's what I want to say. Adam Gingrich, you represent the President of the United States, or so you say. I give people on my Periscope my opinion. I never mentioned your name. And just so you know, I voted for Trump. I voted for President Trump, just like you did. And although you disrespected me and you disrespected the fact that I have a small audience as compared to yours, I understand, Adam. But I do my best to provide people with the truth and factual information each and every day, even if it doesn't and is not always in agreement with the president. I try to give factual information. I also try and treat people that I speak with respect and not brush them off because they aren't surrogates or somebody that I feel is not worth my time. You went so far as to also block me on Twitter. I can't even have a conversation with you on Twitter. You blocked my DM, and you blocked me completely on Twitter. Typically, I would have this conversation with you in private. We were having a private conversation. I even gave you my phone number and said, call me, Adam. We can talk about this. But you chose to block me, and I really want to get this off my chest. Perhaps the attitudes and behaviors that I saw today that you showed me are the reasons why we as Republicans are always on the defensive rather than on the offensive. If you are rude and dismissive to other Republicans, perhaps they'll never be able to pull together and get the job done. I hope you treat others better than you chose to treat me today with the lack of respect that you chose to give me. And at least that would be a start in the right direction. Because at the end of the day, it is all about America. It's not about your ego, my ego, or anybody else's ego. And people are saying that maybe you're, having a bad day or whatever. And Adam, I hope that's what it was. I hope it was just a bad day that you were having, and tomorrow you will go out there and you will treat people with absolute respect. And I'll tell you, it's one thing, when that was done to me today, I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to make sure. It taught me something too, Adam, because I'm going to be darn sure that everybody I talk to from now on, that I treat them with the utmost respect, and that I don't dismiss people, and that I give them the time, because every human being matters. Everybody matters, whether they say anything that somebody else disagrees with or not. My scopes are all about President Trump. I voted for him. I think he's doing an amazing job, and I support him 100%. But as I said, there are going to be times when I disagree with him, but it doesn't mean that I need to be disrespected or treated poorly. So, again, had I not been blocked, had you called me or whatever, we could have had this conversation in private and not in public. But because you smeared me publicly, I felt that, you know what? I need to be able to talk to you and get this out. And since you blocked me, this was the only way that I had to do. And, I can understand that people have a bad day. You know what? Adam has my telephone number. Adam can call me. If he's having a bad day and things went wrong and he's sorry about that, then you know what? If he apologizes to me and really it's heartfelt, I'll accept his apology, and I will come on and I will tell you that he apologized to me and that I accept his apology. And so basically, that's all I have to say. I just wanted to come on, and I wanted to say, Adam, it didn't have to go this way. You didn't need to talk to me this way. You didn't need to publicly disrespect me. I would have never done that to you. I have never done that to you. And I hope that if I ever do that to him, that he would call me out on it as well. We got to start treating people as human beings. People do matter. Feelings do matter. And as Republicans, we need to work together for America. And if you represent the president and you're closer to the president than everybody else, then for God's sakes, do not treat people some way that you're going to turn them off to the president. No, it's not about getting the last word. It's about being able to respond when somebody has dissed me publicly. It is not about getting the last word. I gave an opportunity. I gave a phone number. I was talking in private, and this is what happened. So it is all about respect, and that's not what I got. No, it's not a tantrum. Sorry you feel that way. Sorry, I'm sure that you support Adam, and that's great. I'm glad that you do. But I have a right to say what I have a right to say. It's not a tantrum. It's about telling the truth. It's about getting the information out there. It's about being able to respond to something that was done to me publicly. And that's what I'm doing. I'm responding publicly. Thanks for listening. See you guys later. Thanks so much for coming.